So now, I don't need this picture anymore. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that. And you'll see I have my 4 letters that are down here in my bin that I've created beforehand. So now I need to make a blank file. And again, I'm working in inches. I'm going to make it 12 inches wide this time to represent my 12 by 12 page. And I'm going to leave the height at 7. I don't need that much, but it'll give us a little room to work. RGB color and transparent again. So there is our canvas. And now I'm just going to drag and drop my letters in. And you'll see, because I did it at 300 DPI before at the resolution, and I was working with really good quality photographs, that when I dropped that in here it was pretty big. Now this is about 3 inches high. Let's make that just a little taller. Again, only use your corners because you don't want to change the proportions of your letters. So there's my L, and it put it on a on its own layer over here called L, P, and G. Now I'm going to drag my O in, and these are large files, so it takes it a little while. I'm going to resize it, and then I'm going to move this one up next to this one so that I can get the size just about the same. So there's my O, and had 2 layers selected so it wouldn't let me move it. Well, there we go. So I'm going to move that over into place. Now notice that the O is on top of the L. I want them to overlap a little bit, but I think I want the L on top, so I'm going to come over here and I'm going to drag the O down, and you'll see that it now pops on top, and that, I think that looks better. So I'm going to leave it like that. Drag my V in, resize it. Again, always using the corner handles. It's just a little bit too big, and I'll check it when I get it where I want it, and then move it into place. Okay, and then last I'll drag my E. I like that look on my son-in-law's face. Pretty funny, huh? That was at the very end of the night, and everybody was so exhausted but very happy. So there I have all 4 of my letters in place. Now it's looking a little lopsided. I think I actually need to go back in and make that E just a little smaller, and maybe make the V just a little smaller. Okay, I think that's about right, about how I want it. So now, once I got this all together, well, first of all, let's go ahead and let's flatten it. Once you're sure that your letters are arranged the way you want, you're going to come over and click on the top one, and then hold the Shift key down and click on the bottom one. Right click and check or click on Merge Layers. Now you'll see it merged it, and this can be all moved around all as one word. So I'm going to move that into the center of my canvas just so I can work with it a little bit more. And then I'm going to go up to my contents, and under my content window I'm going to look up by color, and since red was her theme, I'm going to look in red, and also because I happen to know that the shape I want is there, but I'm going to look under red. There's numerous ways you can look for content, so just play with these drop down boxes. But there's a little heart that I want, and it's way down here. Actually, we could use one of those roses too, but I think I'm going to just use this heart, and I'm going to drag it over, and I'm going to make it a little bit bigger, and I'm going to tilt it. And I'm going to drag that up here because you see this exit sign in that photograph? I couldn't manage to crop it out, So I'm just going to strategically place this heart to cover that up, and then I'm going to go over and I'm going to need to move this down so I can see my layers. I'll go ahead and close that now. With my heart layer checked, I'm going to apply a bevel, and then I'm going to go in, click on the double effect on the FX here, and I'm going to play with this drop shadow a little bit. I'm going to dial the distance up so it kind of looks like it's hovering above those words, and that gives it a little dimension. Now I have one other thing I wanted to do, and let me see if I find it. And this is something that I am not going to show you how to do today. See if I can find it quickly. This was something that I pulled out of one of her photographs. It was it's her wedding bouquet, and I isolated it, pulled it out of the photograph, and added the leaves just so I could use it for this. And I'm going to now drag that and drop it into my image and resize that. This is something I'll do in a future tutorial to show you how to pull individual things out of an image like that, because it came in, like for this, it came in really handy because I just felt like I needed a little embellishment right here. I still think that's too big. There we go. And let's tilt it just a little. And I thought that just really added a little something to it. And then again, I'm going to apply a little dimension to it. No, I don't think I like that. So let's undo that. Let's just go in and do a drop shadow. So we'll just do a small drop shadow applied to the bouquet, and then I'll go in once I've done that and I can change those settings just a little bit. So there you have it. That's my image, my word art, and I can use it at the top of my page. Now if you want to see what it would look like on a particular color on your page, remember this blank layer that we created in the beginning? We can now go in with our colors, and I'm going to choose black, and I'm going to choose the paint bucket, and we can just fill the background, and you can see what it would look like on a black background. Or you can go in, if you don't like the black, and you can see what it would look like on red. And obviously I don't like that one, but or you can go ahead and fill it with white and see what it would look like on white. So it's a good way to play around with it and help you determine what color scrapbook page you want to put it on as well. But once I've created this, I don't really need that layer, so I'm just going to drag that to the trash can, and now I'm back to my clear layer. And now all I need to do is crop it, and the only warning I want to give you when you crop is that you've added these little shadows, and they may be a little difficult to see on here, so just be careful that you don't chop them off so that when you put them on your page they don't look strange. So you put the little marquee around it, you go to Image, Crop, and then you File, Save As, save this as a PNG, both for transparency and for it's a good format because it's scalable, so you can make it larger and smaller. So I'm going to say Wedding Love, and I'm going to save that. Whoops, I already have one, so let's save it as Wedding Love 2. And for scrapbooking, when this comes up, you can check None. If you plan to use it on the web, you might want to check Interlace. Check out my previous tutorial on word art where I explain that a little bit more. But once you've saved it, that's basically it, and now you've got a beautiful header that's really specialized and really personal that you can use on a scrapbook page. So I hope that you found this of use, and I really do hope you'll try it. It's a lot of fun to do with your photographs, and I think you'll really enjoy it. So have fun and come back to see me again. Thanks. Good night.